Hey, what's up, guys? This is Midwest MTG with my first YouTube video ever, and we're going to be doing a Pauper deck tech of my homebrew Lifegain. I would just like to make it known before the video actually starts that this is not supposed to be a tier 1 deck. It's just for fun. I saw a few of these cards and thought they looked really interesting, and it turns out they're really fun to play with. I think it's important to ask, what does the deck do and how does it achieve that? So this deck seeks to gain life through creatures entering the battlefield or various other triggered abilities. And then with all of that life gain, there comes payoffs in the form of buffing creatures or your opponent losing life. So let's get into it. Let's start with the core of the deck, the main pieces that kind of made me want to build this. We are running 4 Celestial Unicorn. Huge beater, gets big quick with everything that we have. Absolutely love this card. We are also running 4 Soul Warden, the quintessential life gain card. Wouldn't be the deck without it, that's for sure. On the other side of that coin, we're running 4 Suture Priest. It's like a Soul Warden, but it doesn't help you when your opponent casts creatures, but it does hurt them, which is great. You know, it's kind of part of our game plan is kind of just drain out our opponents. Another big part of this deck is Marauding Blight Priest, much like a Sanguine Blood, except it's the Pauper version. No matter how much life you gain, they're only going to lose 1. But that's fine because we're normally only gaining 1 life at a time anyways. So the fact that the limit is 1 isn't a huge deal to me. We're also running 2 Blind Hunter. I'm not completely sold on this card. The thing that pushed it over the edge for me was the fact that it was a flyer. I think the haunt mechanic is interesting, but we'll see how it plays out. Might cut it, might not. Along the lines of flyers, we are running 2 Volt Scourges. We do not care about the Phyrexian mana because, of course, we're going to have plenty of life to pay for it. It's another flyer. It's got lifelink. It'll trigger our Marauding Blight Priest. What more could you ask for? Moving on to sorceries, we're running 3 Cast Down, because it always hits. It's Pauper. We're running 4 Sign in Blood, just for that consistency. Again, do not mind the life loss. We'll just get it back anyways. Moving on to enchantments, we're running 2 Journey to Nowhere. This hits things like Young Wolf really well, things that are gonna recur. And then we're running 2 Trespasser's Curse. We're running 2 more in the sideboard, but I thought 4 was too many for the main deck. And so against really aggressive strategies, we'll throw the other 2 in. Moving on to our land base. Pretty basic, straightforward Orzhov land base. 2 Ash Barrens. We're running 3 Orzhov Basilicas. 7 plains, my favorite land in the deck, Scoured Barrens, because of course we're getting that life, 2 Silverquill campuses, and 6 swamps. Quick note about the mana base. I understand that Radiant Fountain is an optimal land to play in this deck. However, Card Hoarder was out when I was building this deck, and I wanted to show you guys the version that I actually play. Finally, we have the sideboard. So I'm running 3 Castigate here, and I think that the extra mana that you pay is worth it just for the ability to hit everything. Divest and Duress are both fantastic cards, but I'm in the colors. It's not a stretch for me to play it. I think the 1 mana is worth it, that 1 extra mana. I just want to be able to hit anything. Then we have Divine Offering. Artifacts are always in the back of my mind. ATOG is in my nightmares. And hey, look at that. We get to gain more life. Then I'm running black, so my sideboard does have 2 Nihil Spell Bombs in it. Graveyard Hate is a must. And then we have a, I guess, interesting choice. We're running 2 Rise of the Draugr. Now, I think this card works really well because when you look at our creature base, it turns out that half of them are clerics. And I would say a decent percentage of the time we are going to be getting 2 creatures back. Then we're running 2 Suffocating Fumes. And while it doesn't hit everything, I feel like it hits enough. You know, Fairy Seer, Spell Stutter Sprite, Squadron Hawk. This card will be putting in work, and it's never a dead draw because we can just cycle it if we really need to. And then to round out our 15, those 2 Trespassers Curses that I was talking about, and that will do it for the sideboard. So thank you guys so much for watching. It's been such a joy to release a more full-length video. I definitely have plans for gameplay coming soon. I'm going to try and get a league in, see how it goes, and report back to you guys. But for now, I'll just have to see you next time. Thanks for watching.